Hello friends, how are you doing? In the video today we will be speaking about how to apply for visa for Japan, and as always we will be discussing everything starting with the visa policy of the country of Japan and the application process, and ending by all the required documents that you will need to apply for the visa. But before we start, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any inquiry or question, please write it below in the comment section and I will respond to you back in 24 hours. If we will check together the visa policy map of the country of Japan, we will find that only few countries of South America like Argentina and almost all the countries of North America, United States, Canada, Mexico, and all European countries, and Turkey and Australia, and also United Arab Emirates, Malaysia, Korea. Those countries are exempt from applying for visas. They can have visa free for Japan, some of them up to 6 months, some for 90 days, some for 30 days, others for 15 days like Thailand, other for the registered passports only for 15 days for some specific conditions like Indonesia. For the rest of the world, like all African countries, most of South American countries, and also most Asian countries, you must obtain a visa from the embassy to enter to the country of Japan. Here is also a list of the countries and regions for visa exemption from the official site of the visa of the government of Japan. I will leave you the link so you can check all these countries by yourself. So if you are planning to visit the country of Japan for the reason of tourism, then you will need to prepare the following documents. You need a valid passport, you need to fill a visa application form, and we will learn together how to fill the visa application form. You will need one photo passport size. You will need a confirmation of boarding ticket of flight. You will need also a proof of sufficient funds like bank statement, and you will need also itinerary during stay in Japan that includes travel, the hotel booking, flyers, and all your plans and the places you are going to visit in Japan, like a plan for your visit to Japan. You go from your airport to that airport, and after that you go to that hotel. You're planning to visit this city, then this city, you're traveling by train during this city or by car. They want to understand that you know exactly what to do inside the country of Japan. If you would like to fill the application form, coming to this section, you have two types of form. First is with QR code that allows you to fill the form on your computer, and another form that allows you to print the form and fill it manually using your pen. So these are the forms. This is the visa application form, and you can click on every part here and start filling. Like you have surname, you fill your surname, you fill your middle name. You should fill all these parts. Then you come to the date of birth, place of birth, then your citizenship, then your ID number issued by your government. Then it will come to your passport, the details of your passport. After that, they will come to the details of your travel and stay in Japan, your date of arrival and duration, and where you will be staying in the country of Japan, and also your current profession or occupation and position. Also, if you have any references in Japan, if you have an inviter in Japan, you will have to fill the name, and then they will ask you some questions like, have you ever convicted of a crime or offense in any country? Then you will say click no. Being sentenced for imprisonment for 1 year or more in any country, you will say no. Depending on your situation, try to be honest in general, and after you fill all those details, you will click print over here, and by clicking print, a page will pop up and will allow you to print your form after filling it. On the other hand, we have the manual form. It is the same thing, but you can't edit it, and it contains the same and exact informations. You have first to print it from here, and after printing it, you will have to fill all these sections manually, and after filling it manually, you will write the date of application and you will sign the application. There are also some important documents here, like for example, we have letter of guarantee. Let's assume that you are traveling to Japan, but you will not be funding your travel, and someone else inside the country of Japan or your own family will guarantee that. Then you will have to print this letter of guarantee, and it must be applied. It must be contain all the details of the guarantee, and of course his signature. There are also some important documents like invitation letter in case you are invited by a certain organization, so you will have to send them this invitation letter. They will have to fill it, sign it, give it back to you, so you can attach it to your documents. You will also need an itinerary in Japan. This is a form of the itinerary. You'll have the date. In that date you are going to do that. For example, in that date you are traveling. If you are from India, you are traveling from Indira Gandhi Airport. If you are from Pakistan, you are traveling from Islamabad Airport or Cairo Airport. If you are Egyptian, then the second day you are arriving at Tokyo Airport. You will go after that in the same day to the certain hotel. You will stay 3 days in that city. You will take the train to the other city. You will stay 4 days in that other city. You will go here, you will go there. They just need to have an idea about your activity and what are you planning to do during your visit to Japan. After filling your application form, you have to attach it with the other documents that you will explain in the end of this video, and you have to take it to the embassy or consultant or permanent mission of Japan in your country. If you are in Asia, for example, and for example this is the place, the location of the embassy and the phone number in Bangladesh. I want to check, for example, India. If you are in India, this is the phone numbers and the address of the embassy in India. There are in Bangalore, Chennai, Calcutta, Mumbai, and of course here in New Delhi. If you are in Indonesia, those are the details. If you are I would like to check Pakistan. Yeah, if you are in Pakistan, this is the location in Islamabad and this is the phone number. If you are in Karachi, this is also the phone number. If you are from Philippines, let's assume you're applying from Middle East, for example. If you're applying from Middle East, this is the location and the phone number. If you're applying from Iran, this is the location and phone number. If you're applying from Iraq, if you are applying from Egypt, I'm not really sure Egypt is here. Maybe Egypt is okay. Egypt, they're including it in the African countries. A, B, C, D, E. Sometimes Egypt, they attach it sometimes to African countries, sometimes to the Middle East. If this is the location of the embassy and this is the phone number, and this is also in Algeria, and if you're applying from Algeria, so this is the phone number and the address, Angola and all the countries. You will just need to print the application form and attach it to the other documents and take it to the embassy. And now I will start telling you what other documents you should be preparing to take with you to the embassy. Speaking about the documents you will need to apply for the visa, the first document is your passport. Speaking about the passport must be original. The issue date must be not older than 10 years with at least 6 months of remaining validity and with at least 2 blank visa pages for the stamps. Number 2, you will need a photocopy of your passport. The passport photocopy is recommended to be colored, must show both data page and the photo page if they are separated. Number 3, you will need personal pictures. For the personal picture, you will need 2 pictures, not older than 6 months, clear, shows full face, with white background, and shows neutral expressions. No head or face covering accepted except for religious reasons. Number 4, you will need visa application forms. For the visa application form, it could be an online form, filled online, printed, then signed. It could be also a PDF form, filled on computer, printed, then signed. And also, it could be a hand-filled form, printed, then filled, then signed. Its type depends on the country of the visa and will be explained individually in each video. Number 5, you will need a proof of status. For the proof of status, it varies. If you are an employee or work in a company, you will need a letter from an employer or HR office or your sponsor stating designation, the date of employment, the salary, the period of stay, purpose of visit, and financial arrangements shall also be mentioned. The letter must have an original signature and a stamp. But if you are an owner of your own company or a partner in a company, you will need a copy of the company commercial registry, and tax card should also be presented. And if you are a student in a school or college, enrollment letter should be provided. Number 6, for foreigners, you will need a legal residence permit. If you are not applying for a visa in the country of your own citizenship, you must provide the original and photocopy of your valid certificates of residence, employment, or student status, or other valid certificates of legal stay, provided by the relevant authorities of the country where the visa center is located. Number 7, you will need a proof of funds. You will also need a proof of sufficient financial means to cover the period of your intended stay. A bank statement for the last 6 months showing regular income. The original bank statement must show the applicant's name and be stamped and signed by the bank's representative. Please note that cash will not be accepted as a proof of funds. In case you don't have a bank account, a proof of any assets can also be presented. Number 8, you will need a flight reservation. The flight reservation is also an important document. A primary booking of flight ticket reservation must be presented, including the return trip. And in some cases, for some countries, this flight ticket must be confirmed. Number 9, you will need a proof of accommodation. You will also need to provide a proof of accommodation for the whole duration of the intended stay. It should be a confirmed hotel reservation. The confirmation needs to be issued directly by the hotel guest house and clearly state the visa applicant's full name, dates of accommodation, the hotel address, and the contact details. In case you don't have a hotel reservation, you will need an invitation by the Office of Citizenship and Migration Affairs or invitation from a host. The host can be company, friends, family, and it should indicate the address of accommodation. And those are some sites you can use to book your accommodation place. Number 10, you will need a health insurance certificate. In many cases, you will need a travel insurance certificate, especially for Schengen countries. It should be covering the whole period of stay, including the information on terms and conditions. The insurance should cover all medical expenses, including emergency hospital treatment and repartition of the period of your stay in the Schengen area, covering at least 30,000 euros. The travel insurance certificate shall be signed and stamped by the insurance company representatives, or be able to confirm it online. Those are some sites of companies you can use for your travel insurance.